You didn't hear him speak specifically to the DCEs? The president appoints them. He has the power to disappoint them.
I was there. And I heard him right. And as I was saying...
Yeah, so why are you focusing on he should sort of disband DISEC? That's not the focus of what he said.
I mean, he made that pronouncement, but before I address those things, I think we need to make some corrections. Possibly, I did not hear him well. And if he says so, I mean, we are not in a junta regime where the president can just get out and sack people who sit on DISEC. I mean, it's not.
So
you are a lawyer.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes,
he said, don't go there and ask plead with the people, plead with the leaders there, the political leaders there, to do better. Don't do that. You should be doing something else.
What should he do? As a president of...
Not he, you, the ministers, going there and pleading with the DCEs to do better.
You see, we have been going to the ground to conscientize, sensitize the people as to the need for us to collectively, dispassionately fight this menace. For example, as a ministry, we've set up the District Mining Committee that entails the Environmental Protection Agency rep at the district, the Minerals Commission rep at the district, all the security agencies, the NANOM, the head of DISEC or MUSEC or MISEC or whatever we call, making sure that we put a team together that would manage the regularization of the whole sector in the district. If that is done and done well and deepened, I believe we could, in a way, reduce the menace.
You mentioned Professor Mills and John Mahama expressing their disgust about destruction. I didn't get the purpose for it. What was it about?
I mean, the import was that the way we're creating the impression that mining or the illegal mining just started. I mean, the formula of just...
Somebody has created that impression?
Yeah, yes. I mean,
really?
That's the impression that I've been getting.
Oh,
that it's just started. Somebody was, when I was entering, just asked me, why GALAMSEY now? Why GALAMSEY now?
Is it more pronounced now or it's not?
You see, it's good people are being aware by the creation of the social media. Now, fortunately for us, somebody may be in Mahamo, in my constituency, and just take a snap and send easily.
They're reading that forest reserves are being mined.
Yes.
They should be worried.
So if a forest reserve is being mined and mined illegally, that forest reserve and its innuendos must be treated as such.
They are seeing what is happening to the water that they are supposed to drink.
And that is
Ghana
what
Water Company is telling us in most recent times what is happening, and the fact that in the next few years, if we are not careful, we'll have to buy water that is imported. So it's clear that things have gotten out of control.
You see, we cannot tend to behave as if practically we don't know what is going on. I'm worried as a Ghanaian, having the turbidity level of river bodies getting bad, to put the cost on the Ghana water and all that. How do we then solve or resolve this matter? Let's sometimes treat some of these things dispassionately, like making comments that in a way would derail the effort of the ministry.
So we'll get to the things that you have been trying to do. Would you say the meeting with the chiefs was important? You were there yourself.
Very, very important. Because the chiefs are also actors in this.
So what was the purpose?
The purpose is to also passionately appeal to them because they are the owners and of this land that we're talking of.
They say they have no control. You are the one who give their licenses.
I mean, we run them through. Some of these concerns were raised that a license is signed without their consent and all that. When the license is gazetted, a copy is sent to the chief, the local chief, and is by the law. When the Minerals Commission officer also generates the coordinates and all that, and later on gazetted, a copy is also sent to the DC. So those ones that are being mined illegally, obviously they're not having any documentation, and for that matter, the chief wouldn't do. So, and that is what the president emphasized, that if the person is mining, you don't even know any documentation around it. Obviously, the person is mining illegally.
The chiefs have not raised police. They don't have power over the army. It is the president. You are in control.
It's a concern. So we've also been meeting the security agencies to get on board and get those people arrested and prosecuted.
What should the chiefs do? Should they raise a militia to help?
The chiefs play very key role in the management of the governance of these natural resources in this country. And if you are a chief and you have that control, like what Doma, Paramount Chief, said, that the chief wouldn't have that, authority to say, I don't know what is going on in my jurisdiction. It would be very unfortunate on his part to say so. And he is so determined that he wouldn't allow such things to go on. And something, if as a country, as a chief, if you have your community and myself or you go there that I'm going to mine, and the chief says, I wouldn't allow you, you can't mine. I'm telling you, you can't mine per the local structure that we have in this country. So if we come together as a country and, think or decide that as a community, as for this community, we are not allowing anybody to mine in our area or jurisdiction, it wouldn't go on. You take, for example, the measures we put in place in making sure that we control the turbidity levels of our river bodies, like making sure we recruit river guards that will be patrolling the river banks, making sure that speedboats are procured to be put on the river bodies, and getting the naval command to be around monitoring from the source to the end, making sure that security posts are erected at vantage points of these river bodies where they can coordinate.
You know Prince Kofi Amoabeng, he says that stopping Galamsey is easy, but Akufo-Addo is using it to fill the party financiers' pockets. He says, and to the issue that I had just suggested to you, he says the president has all the powers to stop Galamsey, and so if he doesn't stop it, don't ask anybody. You should be asking the president, period. He says, we have given the president the army, the police, and everything that he needs. So what's going on?
Some of these accusations, I don't think would help resolve this matter. The president, yes, had, and that is why I even referenced the previous regime where they also, lamented on this Galamsey thing. But practically, what the questions you need to ask, what are the measures you've put in place as a government to curb this? I don't think being brutal on people only should be the option. We must have the Operation Hold 2 that has been sanctioned and going on, making sure people are arrested. Recently, we arrested 167 foreigners. We need to also have measures that will regularize the whole system. And that is why we've put in place, mercury-free machines, just to, in a way, support small-scale miners.
From the pronouncement from the president and from your minister, and from some of you, this is a crisis, isn't it?
Yes, it will be a crisis.
But you are not treating it as a crisis.
We are, because you don't want me to be talking. You want an action to be done, something drastic to be done on the ground. I had to come from the field to join this conversation, to explain to your cherished listeners and viewers what we
You have told us about what you have been doing since 2017.
Yeah.
But the results, it's not showing. And that's what people are concerned about.
You see, it wouldn't take a day. I was telling somebody that, yes, this is a bane. Robbery is a bane. Police have been clamping them down. It hasn't stopped. It wouldn't take a day.
No, it's not an event. 5 years.
It's not an event, obviously. It's something that will continue. The struggle will continue. But for the interventions of this government, the situation would have been dire. I'm telling you, because I have been practically be part of the solution structure that we've put in place as a government. And the political dimensions is also making it very difficult for us to resolve this matter, because if a government, stipulates or put down some measures to get these things addressed, and you have a statesman also going out there to say that, yes, give me authority, give me power, and I will free all Galamseyers who have been imprisoned or who were imprisoned during someone's regime. It empowers. It gives them some kind of impedance.
Really?
Yes. To do
Okay,
more.
hold on briefly for me. Let me go on the phone line.